Hey everybody, welcome back. And the tire kickers are back also, which really at the end of the day is super cool because what it says is that we're starting to, well, acclimate, as they would say, to the new interest rates. And it is predicted, it's expected, might even be a little bit early. When I say a little bit early to celebrate, understand. So we've had our vacation trifecta, right? That was the end of May, so we head into Memorial Day. Then, of course, we have vacation, students getting out of school. Then we have 4th of July weekend. We call that, well, at least we do, I do, my team does, the vacation trifecta. And it is the real estate ghost town. We experience it. It is seasonal normal, okay? Now, post-July 4th, boop, we actually pick up until about mid to late August, because then, yes, believe it or not, we have the exact opposite. So we have Labor Day weekend, then we have students getting back in school, and we have last minute vacations again. And it will stay basically a second, not as bad, real estate ghost town until about the end of September. Totally seasonal normal. Excuse me. So what that means is over the next 30 days, a seller has the optimum opportunity to get eyeballs on your home. If you are on the market, or even if you're looking at coming on market, now is a fabulous time. But understand, you got to pay to play. Putting your home in the MLS is not marketing. And I want to be very abundantly clear with many folks out there, because there is a misconception. If I just put it in the MLS, I'm good to go. No. You still need to get eyeballs on. Sure, you're going to hit the hot sheet for the first few days. Of course, it's going to syndicate out to, a few different websites. Okay. But after that, you actually have to market. You actually have to do something other than just stand back and go, sure hope I get an offer today. Anyway, that's what most agents do. Make sure you don't fall into that trap. Now, we said that the buyers were back. Well, we've had an 11% uptick in searches. Yes. I'm not a Google fan, but Google has seen a uptick of 11% of home searches. Again, seasonally normal, and rates have been coming back down. So we're at 4.75. Remember, just a little while ago, we were at 6%. Now, part of this has to do with some of the volatility of what is going out in the mortgage world with the Fed's raising rates, and with the inflation that's going on, or stagflation that is happening. All of these things are coming into play, which actually in a lot of ways help mortgages, right? As an example, we actually pulled, there it is, because a lot of people, there we go, a lot of people think that the Feds actually control rate, and they don't. And that's super important to understand. Mortgages are publicly traded, okay? And what is super important about that is I'm having my team, they're going to post one of the links, because somebody responds, say, hey, George, can you send me one of the tickers that you talk about? So we sent you, I think it's on Yahoo Finance, we sent the 10-year Treasury. Super, super valuable one to watch, because it really does mirror. So as you can watch it, and as you see the value drop, right, you see interest rates go up. And as you saw the value of the Treasuries doing really well, interest rates actually came down, because they work inversely of each other. And that is super important to understand, because right now we're seeing some improvement in those. Because why? When we take a look again at that chart, here's the thing. In the 2018-19, our interest rates were closer to about 5%. Now, this big scoop here where it says 3%, that big swing, this is where the Feds were buying mortgage-backed securities. Now remember, and this is important to understand, this is where the ticker comes into play. Mortgage-backed securities is a publicly traded, let's call it stock, okay? And for the ease of things. And the difference is that during this window right here, okay, which was 2020 through really even till today, but anyway, nonetheless, you have this chart that's going up. The difference is that as we predicted, and as the Fed said they were going to do it, I guess we just regurgitated what the Feds were going to do well in advance to give you guys enough warning. Unfortunately, some of you didn't heed that warning, but now there's that opportunity, so pay attention, okay? You're going to see this information again. Here's the thing. They were buying mortgage-backed securities here. So when you think of a stock and the stock is being bought up and there's not much availability, the value of that stock is high. But when the Feds stopped buying and then actually started selling off mortgage-backed securities, mortgage-backed security in simplest form, all the mortgages, thousands of mortgages that people make, they get bundled by Fannie and Freddie and they're sold out on the market, okay? And the purpose is that your hedge funds, your insurance companies, your retirement companies that need to maintain a very safe, a very stable return, but a modest return. 1.5%, maybe 2%, but most of the time 1.5% return, just to make sure that your investment, that your money is protected, okay? Now, by doing that, what they've done is, and when interest rates went down to 3%, that's because the Feds were buying and buying and buying $80 billion a month, which is a lot. $1 billion is a lot. Now, they're now flipping the score, and now they're selling off. Why? Because they have, I think it's like 2.73, yeah, $2.73 trillion. Now, if you think $1 billion is a buttload of money, $1 trillion, most people can't even wrap their head around $1 trillion, okay? And anyway, they need to start selling off $2.73 trillion in mortgage-backed securities. Now, the question is, are they going to do it in a nice, casual manner, or are they going to try and dump more in the market? If they dump a bunch in the market, interest rates guaranteed are going up 7%. Just telling you, it's coming, okay? If, however, they keep it at pace at $35 billion a month instead of $50 to $60 billion a month in a forced sell-off to get that balance sheet down, okay, well then we will maintain some relatively good interest rates. So make sure that you're paying attention to the mortgage-backed securities. Now, that, in addition to our inventory levels, is going to have a huge help. In fact, I got a sidebar really quick. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but there's a new video that's coming out. And we told you that sooner or later I was going to track down John Kapler. And we did. We caught John Kapler at his office. And in fact, we did a couple of videos, had an absolutely amazing time. John, what an amazing, he's got an amazing team. He's an amazing individual. You know, he's like us. You know, we don't treat clients like paychecks. We treat them, you know, and provide information. And if we can earn your business, fabulous. But John is just, what an amazing human being, without a doubt. Anyway, so like Jim Triple, we tracked that boy down, and we've got some really great videos that we'll be posting that are going to be uploaded and whatnot here, not after too much longer. Anyway, just a sidebar there. So as we get back to our inventory, as we start taking a look at what's going on, interest rates have been coming down. In fact, Daryl Fairweather, who's the Redfin chief economist, super smart gal. Anyway, she said that the uptick in home buyer interest hasn't yet translated to an increase in home purchases yet. And I say yet because seasonally, this is when we're going to start getting a lot of folks meaning buyers, back into the market. There's going to be a lot of happy sellers. But you also need to be priced right. So make sure you keep that in perspective. But interest rates, 4.75. We're getting back down again. They're kicking the tires, gunk, gunk, right? They're kicking that tire. They're not quite. Some of them are like, well, I don't know. Is the market going to come down? Our pricing is still staying very stable. Hey, listen, as a buyer, there's since technically this year, this is the best time. The best time. Interest rates are low. You like that? You've got twice as much inventory to work with. You don't have the craziness and have to give up all your contingencies. Plus, it's at a more comfortable pace. Holy smokes. You asked for it, you got it. Now, act on it. Those who sit back and delay and wait, look, your cost of goods is going up. Rents are definitely going up. And if you think that they're going to come down, I wish you the best luck with that. Just like we told you last year, rents were going up 15%. We are already there. Just telling you, pay attention, subscribe, make sure that you're sharing this channel because listen, it just helps with the metric, helps with the algorithm so other people who are trying to make a really good business decision can do so. Subscribe, hit the like, share it with people that you know. Look, there's no cost, there's no selling, it's just really good information. Okay, so there is selling on one thing. So one of my lifelong friends, Casey Potts, happy birthday, big boy. We've known each other literally all of our lives. So super cool. Love you, buddy. And hope to be chatting with you and your bro here on a couple other things. Anyway, plus go fly fishing. So Daryl was also saying that the upside is that the mortgage rates fall when the potential for economic growth is weak, which is where we're at right now. So the GDP, the gross domestic product, is on its way down. We have stagflation. Look, the admin can call, they can rename it, they can do whatever they're trying to do. A recession is only, and it happens all the time, by the way, not all the time, but it happens more often than people realize. 2 consecutive quarters where, we have negative GDP, okay? All right, well, guys, we're basically right on that cusp. And is it going to happen? More than likely. Is it a big deal? No, because for a home buyer and a home seller, it is perfect because interest rates will come down because all of your investors are going to go into your treasuries and your mortgage-backed securities and your bonds to make sure that they're protecting the dollars that they're assigned to reinvest. And that way they protect it. Interest rates come down because then those stocks actually start going up. Super cool. And in fact, when we talk about mortgages, when we talk about other things, okay, pay attention to this, guys. All right. I know this is going to seem really strange to you. Did you know that banks and other mortgage companies are advertising to get you to come to them because their business is basically dried up? That's why there are so many brokerages out there for mortgage brokerages that are just absolutely struggling right now because sales have slowed down, because there's no refinances and mortgage purchases are down lower. Why? Because of interest rate. So they're throwing out some very creative things out there, and you need to be super careful. There's that video. It's evergreen. Even though we talk about interest rates at one time, the message is still the same. 5 questions you need to ask being quoted when getting quoted mortgage rates. Please, if you haven't watched that video, you have got to watch that video. It's free. For heaven's sakes, if you're interested in saving money and understanding the big picture, hey, watch that video. Super cool. I'll make sure that that link is posted for you also. Now, here's the thing. You're hearing about a 3-2-1 buy down. You can get a 2-1 buy down. All right. Guys, if you're a buyer, don't be buying down rate. That's my humble opinion. What's my disclaimer? I guess all attorneys say you need to have a disclaimer. Okay, so this is my opinion. You should not use this to make a financial decision, whatever else they say. But here's the thing. Here's my prediction. I'm saying interest rates are going to come down a little bit further. Dan Golden at Cross Country Mortgage, he and I were chatting today, and he agrees that interest rates are probably going to get sub 4.5% again, which means that for the $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 that people are buying down rate, you're going to be able to refinance, for a couple of grand versus mega bucks, right? And so keep that in mind. Now, if you can, during the negotiation, have a seller pay points down, okay, well, that's a little bit different. But to get back on point, you're hearing this 2-to-1 buy down, 3-2-1 buy down, where you can, prepay interest and things like this. Okay, man, I'm just telling you, be super careful. To me, it's a gimmick. All right, that's my humble opinion. There are some mortgage brokers out there saying, "Oh no, it's not," and I'll say, "Really? I'll go toe to toe with you on this one. Let's take a look at it versus where our projections are, and you'll lose, guaranteed. You'll lose. I'll buy you dinner. You'll lose." These buy downs, in fact, I've asked Dan to come in and explain it to you. So we're going to have a video that's going to explain to you what it is, what it does, versus how it's performing. And then you're going to be able to see it in black and white, real numbers, not these fancy little advertisements that you're seeing. You're going to see it in real numbers. How does it really translate? And what is the benefit to you? And most of you are going to go, "Well, that doesn't make sense." And I'm going to go, "I know. It's called marketing. The goal is to get you to come in and get a mortgage to them." And more than likely, you're going to look at it and say, "Oh, yeah, that's not me. I'm going to go," right? It's like the lost leaders. You know, when you saw the car advertisement, here's this brand new truck, $99.95. And you look at that and go, "Wow, brand new truck under $10,000. That's amazing." Why? They want you to go down there. And by the way, they only have one. And the other, by the way, is they have all of these discounts you have to qualify for. You got to be in the military, you got to be a student, you got to be, I mean, all of these things. And they just clump them all together saying, "Here's what you could pay," when you don't even qualify for 90% of the discounts. Plus, the truck that they're offering, it's a base model. It doesn't, I think it's like the old Fred Flintstone, where it doesn't have an engine. You got to put your feet down and get it to go. It is base model. No frills, no thrills. And you look at that, and the intent is they get you in there and they upsell you. That's exactly what these guys are doing. And I've seen a few of these ads come around, and I just shake my head, and I thought, man, I hope people watch that video. 5 questions they ask when getting quoted rate. Understand, it is marketing that they are capturing you on. And it has to be compelling. It's like putting your home in the MLS is not marketing. It has to be compelling. If agents worked as well as mortgage brokers, they might actually do a little bit better. Just say it. All right, moving on. When we take a look at our numbers here, same as last week, right? New, same as last week. Pended, same as last week. Although these numbers are going to change a little bit. But here's the key, and this is why. Look at this. We had new on our 7-day running average of 1,460. 1,602 pended homes. We've now reversed that course again, which is seasonally normal. And we're going to see this consistently through about the middle to the late August. Sellers out there, pay attention. Make sure you're pricing correctly. Make sure that you are getting as many eyeballs on property or on your home as possible, because this will stop. And then it's going to be the real estate ghost town. Maybe because we'll have a ghost coming across. Anyway, it's seasonally normal, and then it will pick up again, you know, mid-October, late October, mid-October, late September, mid-October-ish. It just depends. And with interest rates starting to come back down, that's going to be temporary, because then they're going to go back up again. Could hit as high as 7 at the end of the year. I'm thinking probably closer to 6, 6.5. Towards the end of Q1, I think they're going to come back down to 4, 4.5, low 4s ish. We'll see. And if that's the case, we're going to start seeing a lot of refinances of people that bought in the mid 5s and 6s as they bring it back down. Investors, hands down, look, you're now again below. Get out there. You have more inventory. You get better pricing. And your interest rate is your interest rate's coming back down again. Look, if you were thinking that you missed out, you had FOMO, fear of missing out. If you fear that you missed out the opportunity, it is in your face right now. If you're an investor, get out there right now, because it is the best time. You have more options. One of our favorite places to pick up single family rental properties is in Puyallup. And I'll tell you, man, there was couple of our clients, we approved 18 of them that I go, wow, those are amazing houses. And they get great rental return. Multifamily, there's a lot of different areas, just others that you need to be mindful of, and make sure the person you're working with truly understands an internal rate of return, because there's a lot of garbage out there. Be super careful. If you have questions, post it. Look, there's no strings attached. I'll just shoot you a video or reply to your email, depending on which one. In the meantime, Let's call this video a shut door. Buyers are back. They've been kicking the tires. They're going to kick the tires, and then they're going to make a move. Be ready for it. Be priced right as a seller. For a buyer, hey, man, you better be getting out there. Enjoy the beautiful weather. I will talk to you guys later, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care.